Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we went through the rest of the Pirate's Fortress without the Stone Mask, mind you, and I did not get even caught once. I am so awesome at this. Haha. In this episode, we are going to, well, there's actually still some eggs left, because like we managed to get all the eggs from the Pirate's Fortress, you know, the Zora Eggs, but there's still 3 more that we have to get in order to gather all the eggs together. For whichever song we're about to learn. And where would they be? Well, the Gerudo Pirates actually did mention about the, some of the sea snakes, that are, keeping them captive, so we are going to do something about them. And we need to get to that location to get those, last 3 eggs before the Pirates reach in, which, of course, in theory, like, they never will, actually. But, we should probably get those anyway because of the, temperature of the ocean. Let's go inside this house here because, there's something we need here, and, it's a fisherman's hut. Let's talk to him right here. I've been catching fish in these seas for 30 years. When it comes to catching fish, I'm even better than the Zoras. That's what I'd like to be saying anyway. Lately, the seawater has gotten really warm. It hasn't helped my fishing at all. And what's worse, this water has gotten murky, so when I ship out, I always lose my way and somehow end up back at the shore. We fishermen, and even the fish, are in a real predicament. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that there. So, there's the seahorse right here. Let's talk to you here. Help me! Please take me back to the waters near Pinnacle Rock! Are you interested in that fish? It's a rare fish, isn't it? It's called a seahorse. I caught it swimming around here, just off of Pinnacle Rock. Since it's rare, I was thinking of selling it at the town carnival, which should be starting soon. If you want, I'll give it to you. On one condition. Do you have a pictograph of the female pirates? Yes, as a matter of fact, I actually do. And yeah, this is actually the reason why, well, you know, I didn't even go to start button because I already have it on the C buttons. Oh, that's it. That's a picture like that. Well, aren't you a crafty one? You'll give that to me, won't you? In exchange, I'll give you this. Alright, so we got the seahorse. Gotta take it to his home, Pinnacle Rock. Thank you. Hurry, take me back to the waters near Pinnacle Rock. Alright, so we're gonna head out of there. Yeah, so this is actually the reason why I took the pictograph of one of the Gerudo Pirates, because we need to show it to him, and so there we'll get the seahorse. Now, to get to Pinnacle Rock, like, well, for one thing, there's actually a 2-way thread. Like, there's a seahorse that'll actually just serve as a guide, but we'll find out about that once we actually get over there. It's actually where it is right there. Like, see those rock spires they're just protruding out from the water. Well, that's actually where that's actually where Pinnacle Rock is. So that's the location. So we need to go over there. Oh, and by the way, folks, before you just saw here, yeah, as soon as I started the video, it was already the night of the first day. Because, like, once I was about to record finish off the recording of that last video, I already did that, I already showcased the fact that it was already the night of the first day, so that part you didn't get to see. But that's where we're already at right now, because it was already getting so close. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, and so, yeah, you see those 2 rock spires just, right out there, so, oh, yeah, there's a Zora there. I didn't even notice, him coming out into the water surface. Beware of murky water and sea snakes. I hope the sea snakes aren't quite that very much horrifying. I mean, I'm kind of nervous though, but I mean, we'll see here. All right, so here we are at the this part of the Pinnacle Rock. So we check her here. Sneak snake alert. The murky water caution is advised for all who enter. So if you go over this way, yeah, see there's this underwater sandstorms going on. Very reminiscent of the Haunted Wasteland and Ocarina of Time, like when you get to the Desert Colossus. You have strange powers, Link. I have a request for you. Please follow me. How the hell do you know my name? I never even got to say what my name was. Alright, so basically what the seahorse is going to do is that it's basically going to go ahead and guide you through. Now, you don't necessarily need the seahorse, though, to get through Pinnacle Rock because, you know, you see all these signs right here? Those signs have, like, these arrows that are just pointing you to the right direction to get there because, like, normally if you wander off, then you actually get lost and you actually just wind up back at the entrance. But you know, that's where the arrows are. Those sign arrows are for, and so there you actually be able to follow those. So you don't really need the seahorse. It's kind of pointless in a way, but although you actually do need the seahorse to actually reunite with his friend here, to get that heart piece. That's actually what you need is what you're gonna get anyway, is just a heart piece to get to it. But most importantly, actually, there's those Zora Eggs down there. So let's head down there and let's see what those sea snakes are all about. I mean, you know, maybe. I mean, I hope it's. I mean, they're gonna be there. The hell? Uh-oh. Oh, no! Yeah! Oh, hey, cool. I actually just get to attack them. Nice. Okay, haha, yeah. Revenge, bitches. Revenge. Haha. All that shit you gave to me as a kid. Yeah, now it's my turn. So, yeah, joke's on you. Yeah, I gotta say though, like those sea snakes, or you know, the eels. Yeah, they are actually even more terrifying because they're like, I mean, they're supposed to be like zombified. Like they kind of look like zombie sea snakes, or well, maybe they're not so much zombies though. They're not supposed to be, but they are rather. I mean, they're supposed to be like come off as a demonic or something. So that's actually very creepy, very horrifying. So. I mean, you ever thought that you thought that Unagi from Mario 64 is already bad enough? Then, well, you know, wait till you see these guys here, because like, you know, you will absolutely shit your pants just at the sight of those. Because remember, Majora's Mask is supposed to be a creepy game, so I mean, you know, there's gonna have to be like even something even more terrifying, and you know, especially if you're going to like deep underwater sections, that's actually like creepy as well. And, you know, I can definitely see why that, you know, the underwater sections in video games can be absolutely terrifying. And these games here are no slouch for those. I mean, especially for some of the other games that are, like, you know, even in N64 games that, like, have terrifying underwater sections. So anyway, yeah, this is actually where the rest of the Zora Eggs are going to be. I mean, you want to make sure you have at least 3 empty bottles, because we have 4 empty bottles right now, so that's actually, like, good enough to be able to, get to the Pirate's Fortress where they have the 4 eggs. But you need to have at least 3 empty bottles, because otherwise, then, yeah, there's going to be a bit of backtracking, which, you know, one of the more pain-in-the-ass aspects about, like, backtracking. And, yeah, you can see here that I only have, like, well, almost a quarter of my magic. Well, just about getting to the halfway, or just about the halfway mark, but, yeah, it's because, like, I've used so much of the electrical Zora barriers that I'm using right now. It's actually the only way to kill those sea snakes. I think Tatl actually does have a bio for them, cause I did see that she went right over to the sea snakes itself, so you actually can Z target them and get her bio, but I don't know if she ever has one though, because I wasn't able, because if she was, then I wasn't able to bio them, so I'll just look it up and then just post it in there for you to see, because you know, since I actually do want to get at least every single one of the enemies' bios, for like or for those enemies, or for Tatl to say. Especially since, you know, she says, like, very more interesting, like, you know, she sounds very vague in those details, or, like, she kind of, like, you know, gives Link shit for bioing the enemies, even though he would have already known those. Like, the ones from Ocarina of Time. Because I know Navi's bios are a lot more generic and straightforward, but Tatl, though, like, she actually says in her own way, like, her own kind of, like, her bitchy kind of personality, because that's what she is. She's kind of bitchy. She's, like, you know, like I actually mentioned before, she's, very much less so in the 3DS version, where, like, you know, she's, like, she's kind of a little more straightforward on the enemies. Like, even though she kind of sounds, she still has her own kind of personality, but, like, but she does get a little more straightforward with the enemies, in the 3DS version, compared to this game, this game, where she, sounds more sassy. And sorry for the voice crack, like, I was trying to, like, continue speaking here, and then these voice cracks I have just keep happening, so I do apologize if you have to hear that. It's been happening quite a lot for me, and you know, just it's also then there's like no way for me to control that. So yeah, this section here, it's a very long section they have to do, because like there's like so many of those sea snakes. They had to kill every single one of them to reunite the 2 seahorses, and also get the Zora Eggs while you're at it. But yeah, it's very deep here. I lost count of how many of those sea snakes that there were down in the down in this trench. Or, well, actually, no, it's in this, the crevice is what it is. Hey, that's not really so much of a trench, though, but, Alright, so that's all 3 of the Zora Eggs that we have, so we got all of them, but we're not really done with this place yet, though, because there's that last, sea snake that we had to kill. If I can just, yeah, I want to get some more of those magic jars in those pots, but, okay, well, there's one right here now, so at least I got some more, because I was really low on magic. Now, I could have actually gone over to the latte over in Clocktown to get the Chateau Romani, so that there I have infinite magic. But I didn't. Well, you know, I'm already at the Pinnacle Rock right now, and I didn't want to have to backtrack all the way over, because that would be a little bit of a waste of a cycle. And so there we go. All the sea snakes are defeated, and there's the other seahorse. So we can just okay, I can just talk to them over there. Yeah, this is actually how you get that one heart piece, so I guess it's optional in a way. Thank you, Link. This is a symbol of my deepest gratitude. Honestly, though, it's actually kind of cute, though, that you know, just be able to like reunite the 2, and then they're actually happy to see each other again. I mean, I mean, I guess they could be in love here. So, I mean, considering how they're well, I mean, it's a to make seasons of it. So I mean, I guess they're kind of like more than friends. Saying it's kind of it's cute. It's adorable. Yeah, like I said, this whole thing is absolutely or is completely optional because all there is just a heart piece. Because like because you have to kill the sneeze snakes to get the well, just reunite the tube. That's all just for a heart piece. Because like like I said, the seahorse guiding you to Pinnacle Rock through the underwater sandstorm is kind of pointless in a way because it's all optional. Because you only need to go over there just to get the remaining 3 Zora Eggs. So if you don't actually go after the seahorse, then you'll just be following the signs to get to Pinnacle Rock. Or all those underwater signs are actually pointing in the right direction. Because that's the only important thing, just like get the Zora Eggs. So if you don't go over the seahorse, then you just follow along the signs. And yeah, there's that Zora that I actually just now noticed, or like didn't even realize till now that Zora was just right there. And I was trying to talk to him, but Link just keeps on just like suddenly swimming over. So let's talk to you right here. Macau, haven't you seen any gold-colored fish around here? Gold-colored fish know this area very well. I was thinking of getting one to guide me to Pinnacle Rock. If the water wasn't so murky, I wouldn't have gone to rely on the guidance from a gold-colored fish. Yeah, because, I mean, like I said, there's the signs right there, so you just be following signs instead there, so you don't really, like I say, you don't really necessarily need the gold-colored fish, or in this case, seahorse. Also, notice how that, the Zora just referred to address Link as a Macau, because, well, just like with the Gorons, where they refer to Goron Link as Darmani, because, well, it basically looking like Darmani, and so, by using the Zora mask, you're basically just like, you're basically taking the form of, essentially looking like Macau. So, although, unlike the Gorons, the Zoras are completely unaware that, that Macau was already killed. Well, he was killed trying to find the Zora Eggs. Well, I mean, well, they actually beat him to near death, and so he already died. So they're all completely unaware that he's dead. And I'm actually explaining the whole process here because, like I said, we're just putting in the rest of the Zora Eggs in the aquarium, so that way they'll be able to receive enough good health, just being able to like a good appropriate amount of temperature to get in there. So that way they'll be able to hatch pretty easily because they're not really in good shape or good condition to hatch right now, but they'll be pretty soon. Good, all the eggs have been brought together. It's going to start. Quick, come to the front of the aquarium. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do just that here, and then we'll just see what happens. And we're going to make sure to whip out our ocarina real quick. And then let's go and talk to you here. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, I forgot that you actually need to use the ocarina. Or actually, in this case, the guitar. Because that's actually the instrument for the Zora, is the guitar, or the skeletonfish guitar. And there we go, and the eggs are all hatched. And they look like music notes, so yeah. Look at this! What does this mean? What in the world could this mean? I've got it! Don't you understand? The way these Zora children have lined up, it means... Well, that means we have a new ocarina song to play, or in this case, well, actually, overall, it's an ocarina song, so this is what we need here. Okay, that didn't work here. You have to have a good distance. You can't get too close to the aquarium. Or actually, no, you have to play in front of him. In front of the professor, so we're going to go ahead and play this new song right here. And we'll see just what it is right here. Yeah, this is actually one of those things where we don't necessarily, like, learn the song. You actually have to copy out what they're showing here. So you have to... Well, actually, no, you just copy out what it shows here. Alright, so we have learned the New Wave Bossa Nova. It's the melody taught by the Zora children that invigorates singing voices. That! Yes! It's that instrument! If these Zoras were born to teach this song, then hurry! You must play this song for the Zora who laid these eggs. Alright, so we already know that the very Zora who actually who laid these eggs in the first place is Lulu. By the way, folks, if you actually the female Zora you saw in that flashback or that during the whole that whole dream sequence, like while like the song healing sequence from Macau. If you saw there, yeah, that was Lulu, and you can see that she's wearing clothing, which is odd because, well, for one thing is she's supposed to be based off of Ruto from Ocarina of Time. And yeah, I'm actually cutting here. So what I'm gonna do right now here, well, just well, actually just start with this here. So what we're gonna do here is I'm actually going back over, and we actually need to talk to the Scarecrow and pull out the ocarina. So let's go ahead and now you can actually customize any kind of song there is. It has to be like at least 8 notes. What I'm doing here is that if you actually saw how familiar the song was, I'm actually using one of those previously learned songs right here. I like how Link is acting all like embarrassed and awkward from learning the song, or like, I don't know what is it. Like, I guess one thing that Link is actually, like I said, Link is a little more dorky in this game somehow. But yeah, what I just did here was that this is called the Scarecrow song. Now, like I say, you can actually use any kind of song to customize your own, or just make up your own song to make the Scarecrow song. If you guys already see how those notes I played, the song itself was very familiar. What I just used here, that was the Bolero of Fire from Ocarina of Time. You know, that one of those Ocarina warp songs that you play before you get to the Fire Temple. And because they're all full 8 notes, and also for the fact that I actually really do like the Bolero of Fire because of how tense it sounds. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and just use an existing song from the previous game just to bring it into this game here. Because previously I actually just did my own little shits and giggles and just use all A's here. So you can actually just do that if you want to. But, I kind of want to do something a little different here this time around. And just use an already existing song from the last game to this game. So, I might as well just go for the Bolero of Fire. Use that as a Scarecrow song. Because why not? Because I like the song anyway. So, let's just get that instead. But the Scarecrow song, what happens is that it's actually just like how it worked in Ocarina of Time, where it's actually just make your own kind of songs for the Scarecrow to appear. Is that once you play that song, once you go to an area where Tatl turns green, and then you go and play the Scarecrow song, and then the Scarecrow will appear, and then that there you'll be able to that very kind of platform where Tatl will spot at. And then once Scarecrow appears, you use a hook shot to get across to the other side to that spot, and then there you'll be able to get to that one place that you couldn't reach. It'll lead to some items like heart pieces or anything else like that. Mostly just heart pieces though. So anyway, going back to what I was saying about Lulu. So Lulu is supposed to be kind of like an inspiration for Ruto from Ocarina of Time. Kind of like how Darmani was kind of based off Darunia, also from that game. So what's weird though is that Lulu is actually she's actually wearing clothing, and it's kind of odd though because Ruto wears absolutely no clothing, and and especially more so in the original N64 game of the N64 version of Ocarina of Time, where she is completely naked. And even in her both in her childhood and adult self, that you see here, and and I guess because of that too, to mitigate that kind of issue, or to kind of censor her more, is that in the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time, they kind of give her a more organic style kind of dress, for kind of censorship, because I guess they had to at that point just to kind of censor her in a way. So yeah, there's I guess kind of mitigate the issue with nudity in E-rated games, even though the 3DS version actually has a different rating, where it's now rated E10+, although it doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things, because with E10+. Although I guess maybe because of that, with with more nudity, and maybe that's the reason why Twilight Princess is rated T for teen, but which is odd to me though. But anyway, so these are new variants of the Dekubabas. These are called the Bio Dekubabas. So basically, they'll be hanging from those lily pads or any other kind of walls. If you cut them off with either the Zora boomerangs, or I guess probably the bow and arrow, they'll just drop down from the ceilings, or in this case the lily pads, and then they'll just start walking around, and then you just kill them right then and there. So so that's basically how you just kill them. So yeah, that's basically what it was. And there's supposed to be a heart piece that's in one of those beehives. Those are not the right ones, and I kind of missed that one though. It's actually the one on the very right, where it contains the heart piece. So we're gonna go ahead and just shoot that down. And yeah, you actually had to just blow off that boulder, and because you actually need a Zora Link for this one, because like I said, it's only a way for swimming. And yeah, we got a new heart container, and look at that, a new row for overall hearts. So there we go. So now we actually get that here. So yeah, anyway though, I gotta say though, Zora Link, I will say, is arguably a lot better than having to use having to go underwater with the iron boots, because especially the original N64 game, well in Ocarina of Time, where you just have to keep on constantly pausing, because the iron boots are originally part of Link's overall gear, or equivalent different kinds of gear. Which, of course, they actually fixed that issue in the 3DS version, where now it's not raised as a regular item, so actually just be able to push the button, which actually makes the Water Temple much less of a pain in the ass in the 3DS version, where now it's more it's actually a little more user-friendly, because of where it's more more guided-like, and that way there you want to you can just push the use Iron Boost constantly without having to press the pause screen. You know that I guess I guess the developers were fully aware of this, and they actually were pretty much disappointed for how the Water Temple turned out. So that's why in the 3DS version they kind of made it a little more user friendly because of it. I think it was done by Eiji Onuma because like I think it was just recently on board at the time when Ocarina of Time was in development, and he personally apologized to the fans for how it turned out. So that's why he made it a little more user friendly. Like I said there. All right, so the next RP is actually where the Scarecrow song comes into play, and this actually, and I think that we'll go ahead and like collect that heart piece, and I'll just go ahead and call it an episode here. Let's see what I was gonna say. Oh, you know what? I was just about to say. So like the way the Zora Eggs come out of there, and the fact that how certain kind of Zoras were they like there's this thing where some Zoras will actually be attracted to regular Hylians, and they could actually marry the Hylians. Like how in Ocarina of Time where as soon as when Ruto gives you the Zora Sapphire, and it's supposed to be the engagement ring, and so she actually does become attracted to Link because of that, and so after by Ruto giving Link the Zora Sapphire, she basically just popped the question to Link, and so she actually just outright intends to marry him. And it's also the same with Mipha in Breath of the Wild, where she also is very much in love with Link, and she wanted to marry him as well. And well, considering what happens next afterwards, just doesn't really go through very tragically. But yeah, that's actually what happens, and that kind of got me thinking how exactly does that happen? The implications for how how the story is going to be, it's kind of odd, I would say, because just a Hylian fish just being together, it's kind of weird. Oh yeah, this is actually one of Link's outline animations. Actually just shivers and sneezes, because I mean, I guess he couldn't take the whole here. So, and we're gonna go ahead and call an episode here. So next time on Let's Play Majora's Mask, we are going to do a little more of the Great Bay, and we'll I guess start a new cycle here, but or maybe not though. But I'll see you guys next time.